Now, Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi will this afternoon also deliver State of the Province address. Issues like service delivery are expected to take centre stage, but to get more sense of what the residents are expecting, we cross live to SABC News senior reporter Nozintombi. Miya, Nozintombi, good afternoon to you. Your station just at the entrance of the hall. Who have you caught sight of and what have they shared with you insofar as their expectations are concerned?
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, where we're stationed, it really is a hive of activity. I think we have prime spot where we're standing right now because it's just by the entrance. And before I introduce my guests, I just want to step out of shot so my camera colleague, SOPA, can show you what we're visually seeing. If you can just come with me over here, just come here with me, sir. Just come stand here. You're actually seeing people come in, and these are the people that have been invited. These are invited guests, dignitaries that have been invited to come. So you've seen a whole host of politicians, you've seen a whole host of people from different sectors, whether it was people from NGOs or people from cultural groups, and the sense of excitement that is here where we're standing on the ground is absolutely palpable. And we this is where I introduce my guests and we start speaking to our guests, and I do have these beautifully dressed, absolutely wonderfully dressed in your cultural attire. Thank you so much for speaking to me, Mama. Kibwale Mema.
Wale Mufuma Hadi, Mansese Muloi. From the Mahulukwe Royal Kingdom.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So for you, this invitation to come here to the SOPA, it's not just about the ceremony, the pomp, and the fun and the fanfare. It's also about critical issues, and these were the issues that we were speaking about. What do you want to hear from Premier Lesufi's speech today? What points do you think should come out of the speech today?
Thank you. Coming from the National State of Address, our president really didn't impress us at all, because we were looking at so many things that could change the lives of the South Africans. So we are here today being the different kingdoms in Gauteng. We are representing our kingdoms. We are here being invited by the Premier. We are hoping that the Premier has something better than what we had from the SONA.
And let's dive into that. What are the issues that we were speaking about a bit earlier? The youth seem to be a big challenge in the community.
As traditional leaders, we are living within the communities. And the problems that we are having in our communities, they are, problems that we have been experiencing for the past 30 years. For instance, crime is still rife. Our youngsters are not waking. We are talking here of graduates that are seated at home, that are consuming substances. We are seated with young adults. We are seated with elderly people who are starving. So we want to hear from the Premier, what is it that is going to change this time? Because all these problems, they hit to us as leaders. And also, these foreigners that are killing our children day and night.
And you said such an important point now, 30 years into democracy, and these are the challenges that we're going through. I mean, not just as a leader of your community, but as a parent, it must be heartbreaking to see your young children, graduates, like you said, sitting at home, drinking the whole time, falling into the traps of drugs, nyawupe, and ruining their futures because government is not coming to the party.
I think the time has come for us as traditional leaders to take the lead, because we have been folding our arms thinking that maybe the government will do something, will change our lives. As it is, I'm sitting with in my own royal house, graduates that are at home. Remember, we school these kids. We tighten our belts for them to have a better future. So it's unfortunate that we are now sitting with them they don't have jobs, they can't do anything for themselves. We must also, as their parents, fend for them, try to put bread on the table.
Memlo, let's pause it there. I see that there was nodding over here. You nodded with passion, with the point that she was making about the graduates. What are you expecting to hear from SOPA? What are you expecting that Premier Lesufi will say in his SOPA?
I'm expecting that Mr. Panyaza Lesufi make a big change to give our authority to us as the traditional leaders, to make it easy us to control and to fight for the crime. We are not easy to fight a crime because we're not.
How would you like him to give better control to the traditional leaders?
Come again.
How would you like the Premier to give more control to the traditional leaders? Legislate it, put it in law, or to give you guys more financial backing? How would you like to see that happen?
All financially, judicially. Yes, we need it.
Multiple ways. Yeah. Thank you very much. Before I let you all go to your seats, if he does not touch on these points, what will be the way forward for you as community members and traditional leaders?
As traditional leaders, we have decided that the time has come for us now to take the reins. The time has come for us to take the reins in our communities. Try by all means that we create jobs for our community. We fight crime on our own, because that we can do. We have been doing that even, before the apartheid, before
before democracy.
Yes, before the democracy. We have been doing that. There's no respect. Schools have tended to be crime zones.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Memloya. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. I'm going to let you go. You can hear the sound of the program starting, and I'm going to let my guests go to and find their seats just as the program starts. But you can see behind me, though, that this is where the guests are arriving. It is about, from my estimation, it is about a quarter full. We still have long ways to go. I mean, the speech is only really supposed to start at about 7 o'clock. I mean, there's still about 2 or 3 rows of seats that are unoccupied. So obviously those seats still need to be occupied. Standing outside, there's queues and queues and queues of people standing outside. So this is definitely the event that everybody wants to attend, that everybody wants to be at. Everybody in Gauteng, all the citizens of Gauteng want to find out from the Premier Panyaza Lesufi, what his plans are for the province. What good have they done for the province, and which areas do they need to improve? But I think you heard from the traditional leaders the issue again around youth unemployment. Coincidentally, about 1/3 of Gauteng residents are unemployed, and the majority of those, of the 1/3 unemployed Gauteng residents, are young people. And it begs the question again, the question that the traditional leaders were saying is they want to hear more from the Premier about what his plans are for job creation of young people, of graduates, of the starving elderly. What is he going to say, and what programs is he going to put in place? The stakes are high for the Premier of Gauteng. The State of the Province address comes following what the traditional leaders are saying was an underwhelming SONA presentation by the President. They're hoping that Premier Lesufi will rally and will be able to touch on the points that they are finding as critical points they need to hear as Gauteng residents. Studio.
Nozintombi, thank you very much for that reportage. We'll most certainly touch base with you as the evening progresses. She is at Nasrec for us ahead of the State of the Province address here in Gauteng.